Hello, this is Bill Colodzi, and welcome to the finals of an Eternal Masters draft. This hand looks just about perfect. We've got our removal and abundant growth, so what more could you ask for? And we're against Dare Me. Alright, ooh, foil. Pretty cool. Alright, so far, black-white. Hymn to Turok. That shreds our hand a little bit, but actually didn't end up doing much. Yeah, the lands we play don't really matter at this point, but we'll hold up swords here. Rift Watcher. We might just let that pass. It only hits us twice, and then it kind of deals with itself. So they deal 4 and gain 4 for 3 mana. It's pretty good, but not the end of the world for us. Alright, we'll take it here. Part of this is we've gained so much life ourselves. Ah, that's not bad. I didn't intend on holding anything up here, so let's cast a little Blood Braid. See what we can cascade into. Ooh, abundant growth. Perfect. Just draw extra cards. So next turn looks like Harmonize plus Swords. And, ooh, wow, this turn's going to be great. Unless this gets countered somehow, we're going to do Harmonize, Swords to Plowshares, and how do we have to do this? We have to go green, green, it doesn't matter what color, I guess, Harmonize, whoops, and we don't even need to cast Swords, but we do hold it up. So the Rift Watcher takes itself out of the picture, gain another 2, and then we have a nice blocker for this Hookmaster. Another one. Well, yeah, it's kind of tempting to Swords this, but not really. Do we care? Well, let's look at it. So they've got 2 cards left in hand. They'll draw up to 3. They might be relevant things. I'm just going to let it through. We can always block it later. Alright, so what this turn? What do we do this turn? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's set up to play Roar of the Worm next turn. And I suppose we can just hold up Una's Grace as well. Actually, I might do that now. I'm just going to play Una's Grace now. In case we find some 2-mana thing we want to do. Yeah, and also trading off there is fine. Innocent Blood. We each sacrifice a creature? Fine with me. Alright, now it's worm time. Seven mana, 6/6. This is not what the token looks like. Oh well, sometimes they get the the proportions wrong. They could block a little bit of damage here. But they're going to need Wrath of God to defeat these worms. Just so many worms. It's like Dune here. This feeling of hopelessness against a Maze of Ith and 2 6/6s. They'd have to Mind Twist us and Wrath of God, and then they've got a pretty good shot. Alright. We'll sacrifice a worm if we must. Just delaying the inevitable here. Crush of worms. There was one worm card that had flashback like this guy, except it brought in 3 worms at a time. Cost 1,000,000 mana, but those were the days. This was a common in the original set, and that one was the rare. Back before mythics existed. Alright, what do we get here? Commune. We get Young Pyromancer. Which is not bad. Now we can hold up Una's Grace and Goblin Charbelcher. Well, they don't get to use it this turn. We get to Faith's Fetters it. So let's just do everything here. Or we could Vindicate it, but I like Fettersing it. Vindicate just deals with too many good things. Vindicate, I guess, the upside is it gives us another elemental, but I don't think it's going to come down to that. I guess if their deck was stacked perfectly and they had 1 mountain in it, they could like mill the top 10, then hit a mountain and kill us in 1 shot, but that's pretty unlikely. Anyway, so black-white plus a Charbelcher without any red. So it really does make Charbelcher weaker. I once faced it in a mono-red deck, and that was just terrible. It did like 0 damage, 2 damage, 14 damage, and that was enough to kill me. Yeah, what do we want here? They're playing the Innocent Bloods. So our controlling deck works out pretty well against that. Hondin protects against that a little bit. But I don't think we need to do anything special. So let's run it back. Yeah, as their text implies, Hondins are better in multiples. Alright, no black here. That's okay though. If we do draw it off the top, we get to play Baleful Strix, and if not, whatever. We also need some green, but these things are in our deck, so we are alive to draw them at some point. Una's Grace, and that helps. That certainly does help. I'd like to do that now. I don't want it to be countered, and there's not too much point bluffing anything else. Alright, so we need to draw Forest off the top, and that'll really turn this around. Alright, take us back down to 20. Rift Watcher. I do like Rift Watcher. Oh, there's the Called Forest. This game's easy when you draw exactly what you want to. And we can send the Chain Lightning at the Rager. For the same reason we didn't kill the Rift Watcher in the last game. We just didn't need to. That said, I'm just going to hold back the Elf. If they want to trade hits in the air, that's fine. What is this? Hookmaster. And right on time. I guess this has to be right. We still don't have black, and we still don't have double green, but we can, or black for that matter. Oh yeah, so black or double green, but we can loot after this. We can play looter, and this does block. Oh, that's so convenient when they're all next to each other. They're going to play their Peregrine Drake. Oh no, Hondin. Do we have a way to deal with that? I don't know. Discard a Maze of Ith to the Una's Grace. I don't love that, so I'm going to loot here and discard. I guess Baleful Strix. We could get it back with Extract, and as soon as we can play Call, I'd rather do that. Bit of a weird one, but sure. I'll go for it. And we need to let this Rift Watcher die before we play, before we attack in with Bloodbraid. And just always yield to this. New plan, mill our opponent out by surviving. I swear, that's always what happens to me against this Honden. Esper Hondens. We have the green one, but we didn't really see any other one. So maybe someone was snatching them up. What is going on? I mean, yeah, we'll do the obvious block. They could all they had that option anyway. If any trick comes down, you can Mazavith it afterwards. If that was their best play, I'm feeling pretty good about this. We want to draw another green source. That was not it, but it still helps. And I'll just hold up the looter for their turn. There's not much in this hand I want, or that I don't want. And it gets kind of awkward when we draw a swamp or forest, and then I guess we just discard the one we can't cast with it, or call the Skybreaker. There are worse things to do than that. Okay, I'll do this trade because we really are just trying to survive here. Loot. Scoured Barrens. Alright, I'm in for it. Let's discard a Skybreaker. And Harmonize. Get our Pyromancer active. Ooh, now we have really good stuff to discard. But we can kind of wait on that because we don't have the mana to play it yet. Also, yeah, I might as well attack here. The white main line's not going to be enough. Ooh, we could have attacked with everything with a Wonder. That's probably what we'll discard. Or, better yet, if we don't need it, we can discard the Roar of the Worm. Yeah, let's discard that. And stop that thing from getting in there. We might as well draw a card with Una's Grace while we're at it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now that we have the swamp, we don't need the Scoured Barrens. And we're at high enough life total that the 1 life shouldn't matter. Victimize, getting back all kinds of stuff. Sure. They draw a card, lose a life, gain 2. And yeah, we can get rid of the Barrens. Alright, here we go. Roar of the Worm, 6/6 flyers, stronger than a 5/5 flyer. But wait, let's do this in the right order. Commune with the Gods. We don't need that. In fact, we're more close to being milled than anything else. Let's roar. And since we have super secret technology that makes all of our creatures flyers, we can attack with everything here, and we have good creatures back to block. They still lose the race. If we don't want to draw cards, they draw 2 a turn. So they'll be milled before we are. Alright, draw a card, discard a card. Discarding Wonder. Una's Grace ourselves. And now we can tear this army apart. And if anything goes wrong... Wait, what? Can I not block this? As long as Wonder is in your graveyard and you control... Oh, we don't control an island! Would you look at that? Didn't read that second part. I just thought, well, we do have an island, so good thing we didn't discard that for next turn. Man, the 5-color decks with all kinds of crazy things are complicated. Oh well. We're just going to win on raw power level instead of finesse. That slows us down a bit. Sacrifice all creatures you control. Done. And then we had even cards in hand. Hymn to Turok. Okay. Well, that was a beating. Raw power level indeed. Okay, let's play Island just so we have that. And they are drawing a billion cards, so they probably find answers. Fact or fiction. Do we care if they discard our hand? Not really. But let's give them something like this. We don't really want them to have Rift Watcher and Blood Artist. And if they hymn us, it's not that bad. Okay, so yeah. So now we get to keep our hand, which is also good. I don't mind keeping our hand. So this buys them some more time, but they're really on a clock because they only have like 6 turns to kill us. And we can take the best creature from, and we can speed that process along with Extract. What do we get back with it? I guess there's Peregrine Drake, which is just about the best creature that I can see. One, two, three. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we use 7, we'll have 3 left, but we want to keep our Maze of Ith up. It's got to be right just to keep playing 5/5 flyers. And they got back some things that are irrelevant. Yeah, I'll just play Pilgrim's Eye here. We might not have any basics left. Oh, we have exactly 1. So do we play that? No, but we do attack for 5. And they have some core Hookmasters and things to tap down our blocker. Unclear if they even want to do that, really. But since they are drawing so many cards, they need to kill us. Like, they can't mill us out. So Elemental gets tapped. They swing in for 2 in the air. They have another Hookmaster or something to deal with the elemental. Whoops. Yeah, so they did. And we're at 16. Well, we could get another 5/5 flyer. Unless they really have a good creature there that we want to take. No, I like the 5/5 flyer plan. And at this point, our plan is to mill them out. In those colors, I can't imagine what they would have to reshuffle their graveyard into their library. It's possible we would win this game with damage, but the most likely way we win now is surviving. Right, even if they attack with everything here, we just don't take that much damage. We block that because it's dead for good. We untap this guy, and we go to 14. So they're dead in 2 turns with this Extract from Darkness. Ooh, and Seal of Cleansing? Interesting. Well, we didn't draw land here. We could do Civic Wayfinder and another elemental. I like Extract from Darkness a little more, although that forces us to use our Mazavith. Oh no, so what we do... Oh, we don't have any more lands yet. What am I thinking? Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, no more lands, no more black sources. So let's... Faith's Fetters doesn't do anything, does it? Let's extract. Oops. It does potentially get us a blocker. We need blue, huh? Alright, so black, blue, Extract from Darkness. We get anything we want. Peregrine Drake actually looks great because that means we can untap Mazavith. Jeez. Sometimes you click too fast and it can't keep up. So what we can equip it to is Sarah Angel, I guess. They can just take it off, but it does hit Sarah Angel and we gain 4 life. And they're drawing 2 a turn, so they're out of library in 2 turns. And better than that. Oh, Honden themselves. Okay. Or destroy their own Honden. Yeah, so we still win the race. Oh, always yield to this, I guess. And the race is even further away because of Sarah Angel. They need some way to make us draw stuff. Like a couple deep analysis or something like that. What are we going to get? Abundant growth. No thanks. And I'm not sure we'd be able to win this race anyway, but we might as well attack with the elemental here. Four turns. Well, you never know. They've got a Pilgrim's Eye. Don't think they're finding anything with that. One of the more grindy games. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. No thanks. Both bad things. We don't want to do any of that at this point. Okay, well, I'll make this attack. The reason I'm attacking here is... Oh, wow. I'm surprised they didn't do that on their own turn. No, this makes more sense, I guess. So we lose a bunch of creatures, and I'm surprised they didn't block with that Blood Artist there. We could have saved our guy with Maze of Ith. Shouldn't really matter. They've got 0 cards in library. Even if they make us draw 2, they still lose. Guess we can untap. It doesn't even matter. Innocent Blood. They're getting there. No, they're out of cards in hand. Alright, well, pretty interesting game. But that should do it. The 5-color deck got there. 5-color Maze of Ith. Thanks for watching, and good luck in your drafts.